It's about time for some new gear. Cheers, y'all. How's it going? Before we jump into the unboxing video, just a quick training update. I know in last week's video, I titled that video Coming Back from Injury or Coming Back from IT Band Syndrome, and I think that was a little bit preemptive. I know I stated in the video that I wasn't out of the woods, definitely had some work to do, and I learned that lesson again and again, probably doing a little bit too much, maybe a little bit too high of mileage in that first week back, and that IT band, that stiffness came right back. So this week, another big goose egg, no mileage at all, no running, just resting it, and I actually have an appointment booked with a physical therapist this upcoming Monday. Obviously, I have some big races, some big challenges coming up in April, and I want to make sure that I am as prepared as I can be for those challenges. So although definitely disappointed in the lack of running this week, excited to have that appointment booked with the PT just to make sure we get everything squared away so that I can finally start putting in some solid training towards some of these challenges. That being said, since I don't really have a training update for you this week, I figured I would bring you a unboxing video for some new running gear that I just ordered from Amazon that I am very excited about. So if you've been following along with my channel for a while, you know that I do almost all of my training based on rate of perceived effort. So almost none of my training is based on any kind of goal pace or specific pace or anything like that. It's all about just the effort of the run. And a huge part of learning how to train based on effort is understanding your heart rate. Now, I've had a heart rate monitor in the past, but actually I ran through that heart rate monitor a couple weeks ago. I was running with whatever the base model is of the Wahoo. I think it's the Wahoo Ticker is the name of their heart rate monitor, just a chest-based heart rate strap, but just didn't take real good care of it. I washed the strap pretty frequently, but probably could have done better to just clean out the connectivity or the connectors for that heart rate monitor. So when I was taking it off one time and I went to go pull it off, the snap actually stuck together and just ripped the mechanism off of the heart rate monitor itself. So unfortunately, no more Wahoo Ticker heart rate strap, but I use that as an opportunity for a little bit of an upgrade for myself and snagged this baby. The new Garmin, or not new in general, but new to me, the new Garmin HRM-Run strap. And I say this is an upgrade because it's a little bit pricier of a heart rate strap, but I'm very excited for all of the metrics that it gives. Garmin has a lot of heart rate devices out on the market. This one is specifically geared towards runners and offers a lot more metrics than just your standard run-of-the-mill kind of base model heart rate monitor. I mentioned I was running with Wahoo, the Ticker before. They have an upgraded model as well. I just went with the base model previously. What I am excited about the HRM Run strap is it's not just giving you your heart rate data, but also a lot of extra data that lets you analyze your stride. So things like vertical oscillation, it's gonna spit out how much you're bouncing, how much up and down movement you have while you're running. Also cadence, which I have from my watch, but I'm interested to see what the difference is using the cadence from the heart rate strap and my watch, kind of compare the two. Along with that, you also get stride length, again, something that comes from the watch. So I think paired with the heart rate strap might be a little bit more accurate. But then what I'm very excited about is it gives you your ground contact time with each step in order to be more efficient and kind of ease the stress that your legs are feeling on the run. If you can lower that number, so the time that your feet actually spends in contact with the ground for each step, the lower that is, the more efficient that your stride can be. And then another thing that I'm very excited about is it spits out what the ratio is between how much time your left foot is spending on the ground compared to your right foot. So I'll be able to see, is my stride as even as it should be? Is it symmetrical, or am I favoring one leg or another? So again, just a lot of metrics that I'm really excited to kind of get a feel for. And I'm sure my coach is just as excited, if not more excited than I am to be able to pour over some of that data. And then the last metric it gives you is just kind of a ratio, a combination of some of those numbers. So it gives you a ratio between that vertical oscillation and your stride length to give you somewhat of an idea of the overall efficiency of your stride. So very, very excited just to dive into this thing. And like I said, just start pouring over some of those numbers. But enough about what it does. Let's dive in and kind of see what the box looks like, or what the device looks like on the inside. Obviously in the box, you have your instructions, manual, warranty, all that good stuff. We'll just toss that to the side for now. But then the most important piece, the heart rate monitor itself. So I mentioned my last device, the Wahoo, where it failed was the mechanism of how the actual heart rate monitor clips in and attaches to the heart rate strap. So one of the reasons I was excited about the new Garmin strap, apart from just the boost in metrics itself, is the heart rate strap is just one piece. It doesn't detach. The whole thing is waterproof, so you can wash not in a machine, but it's hand washable, so you don't have to worry about snapping that on and off. So obviously don't have to worry about those snaps failing. And then, like I mentioned, it's just one solid piece. And instead of the snaps holding that device together, like with the Wahoo strap, this one, it just loops around and you've got a little clip mechanism, show it this way, that just slides in there. There you go, nice and easy. And then if needed, it comes with an extender as well. So if this is a little bit too tight for you, you could just slide this into the loop here and you've got a little bit of an extension there. Overall, just very excited to give this a try. Just feeling the band, the material is a little bit softer, almost like a neoprene feel. It's a lot more rigid around where the actual heart rate monitor is. So you can kind of see it has these sensors on the back of the strap there, a little bit more rigid there. So I'm just interested to see comfort-wise with the Wahoo. I never had any issues with any kind of chafing or anything like that. So I'm assuming this should be the same, especially like I said, with most of the material being a little bit softer, but I'm just interested to see with the size of these sensors, how that feels out on the run. But ultimately just very excited to give this thing a try. I'll post a review once I've been able to take this out on a run. And like I've said, right now, just kind of on the bench, hoping to recover, but hopefully with physical therapy and everything, I'll be able to start slowly easing into some more runs moving forward. And once I've had the chance to take this out on a run and really pour over some of those data points, I'll be back with a more in-depth review of kind of what those numbers look like and how I can use those to influence my trading. But ultimately, just really excited to give this thing a try, excited to have a heart rate monitor again. My coach and I love just looking over my heart rate, especially on runs. Am I keeping it even? Am I pushing when I'm supposed to be pushing? And am I relaxing when I'm supposed to be relaxing? So just excited to have some those metrics back in my training, but also plenty of new metrics as well. So thank you for tuning in. Like I said, sorry I didn't have a more in-depth training update for you, but hopefully we'll start to see some more miles. And at least next week, I'll be back with kind of the prognosis from the physical therapist, what my recovery is gonna look like, and hopefully I'll be able to finally start logging some solid miles again. But thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.